It's raining, yeah, and there's no electricity on there. So, what I'm going to talk today, at the end, I can say that first angel that I'm talking and me is one and became twin. Of course, even though we question the power of God, this is where we can realize that he or she or the name itself of God, because he has no intimate gender, he holds the gender between a mother and father, the male and female. That he is really is powerful. That first angel is divided to be to two as to became a twin. And people on their cultures, other cultures, smear it as unlucky. Smear campaign it as unlucky. So not only is in the movie or series here in my place in my country, which is the in Cantadia or Sangre, is where I've seen that if two twin is born, most of the time you will see it in a royal family. It's unlucky. I've seen it also in Korean, those past cultural series that they are making. And what country is that? I guess that's Western or Europe, but I forgot what country is that. I've seen in YouTube through documentary that on their culture, uh, having a twin also is unlucky. Why is it that they did that one? So we'll seek the power in magic that God did it also in this part. I've seen before that God get that essence from the first angel and is scattered it as our energy, that natures, this earth, this universe, the stones, etc. And the other part is to become human, to experience being human. The part of Jesus Christ there is from the very beginning, the other essence, the half essence of that first angel, which is Lucifer, and I've said the gender itself is it's female. They only make it as male. Is from the very beginning, she is there. It actually represents the image of female, which is supporting the male gender. And Jesus Christ is representing the male gender, which is the right conduct, attitude, characteristic of a male gender. The right ability of a male gender. And we cannot see that part at this generation. I can say we can at least see it in the past generations, at least, but now it's getting away or getting, there's an end from that. There's a fault of the culture, which is from every culture. I know you know this one. That the most that the best that they protected is the male gender itself. How do I say that one? I will state an example. When a father and a mother sees that the boy child or the male child is struggling and etc., right away they will come in that child's situation and don't worry, child, that's okay. Like Candy, that always being there for that child. But if it's female, shut up. You don't have right to be in that state. You don't have the right to complain. You don't have the right to, even though they do that to both the gender of child, male or female, the hardest part is being female. And you will ask them, because they are the provider. Because they are, you only clean in the house. You only wait for the, if you get married, you only wait for the cash. And, well, that's not a good culture or belief actually. Both should be balanced. Even though that guy is provider, it's hard to clean the house. If you have a children, it's hard to Whoa, there's electricity. Wow, wait. I have to open the light. Well, it's just a glimpse. Went away again, the electricity. Even though you clean the house, you even struggle with the pain of a male gender because once you do the last, you connected as one in energy. And female always help in the emotional struggle of male. That's the thing that we don't understand. You know the saying which is, when you are together, you're already one. Even the first angel, why is it that their prediction is, it's the fault of the first angel because he is the one who firstly betrayed God. Hmm? Did you even know the reasons why? And if we seek deep in education, we have our own perspective, we have our own thoughts, we have our own feelings, we have our own. Seek anything to blame, seek anything to complain, but the truth will come and say to your face, you have your own decision. And it's you who betrayed yourself, who make yourself downfall at that situation. No one's decisions is, even you have a mother and father. Once you became an adult stage, knows how to think, knows how what's right and wrong, truth will always say to you, you are in the right position to think and make this wise decision. Why didn't you make one? And here you are blaming someone at that situation. That's why in every past, even though we have unwise decisions, since the best way is to be accountable, accept and repent, especially to God. And you would be clearly on that conscience. And you even make peace in yourself and others. You won't make peace when you will not stand and mirror that situation. Even asking forgiveness for, because natural sins are being passed to us from our ancestors to the ancestors of our ancestors, the mothers, parents, and the parents are that being passed to us, those natural sins or generational curse. With even uttering with wholeheartedly, God, forgive the sins of this generational bloodline that I'm in. My ancestors, my parents, my forgive and my sins. As long as you are willingly utter that one. But when you uttered not willingly, you're just saying that words on the air. It's just blank. You have to be accountable to stand and say those words with fear or doubt, but at least you are willing still. God knows who we are and when will we say that we really are willing to do that action, even through our brains. If people is not perfect in knowing who God is, that's God's power. Magic. Not like the magic that we are seeing in movies, in series, and etc. So, having an experience. So, the other situations through why God subdivided the first angel, that reasoning is on us. But the other part is here. I'm telling to you. I'm making a story what happened. So if this is the 1,000 years, and I've already told you also that the 1,000 years is one day of God. It just happened yesterday. Like if the day today is Monday, yesterday is Sunday, it just happened in Sunday. And this moment is just happening in this Monday. Yeah. Our life is short, but God's day is from 1,000 days. Or what they say is 100 year. because I've told also, because this is the 100 year, that's why there's a lot of gemstones that coming out, and a lot of prophecies that being proven, that's already happening. The Bible is already, Bible prophecy is happening also. Some cultures that is being connected to the prophecies is happening. This is the 100 days of God, or 1,000 days of us people. Oh no, because it's 1,000 day. 1,000 is one day. Well, I'm not good in mathematics. So if I guess whatever, 1,000 or 100. No, it's if it's 1,000, so 1,000 for 100 billion years. Just like what happened in the situation on the angel in God's realm, I can say. And this is the people's realm. It's just yesterday. But what we know from this 100 billion years, wow. If you realize it, wow, the magic is so amazing. The power is, so we are just a glimpse. If we are through the eyes, if we blink, just a blink. This earth is just a blink. Our life in our days is just a blink. Because if it happened yesterday in God's and angels realm, but this time it's more than 100 years. Wow. So it depends on you if you accumulate is it as a real amazed, or what, or don't believe, as long as I'm stating what happened. So experiencing, I can say experiencing being a person is hard. I can say, if Jesus Christ is here, I think he will say that also, because people has a lot to say, people has a lot to think, instead of being united, instead of helping one another, instead of sharing with one another to learn. Why some preachers doesn't ascend even though they hear from others? Because they wanted only what comes in them is what they're going to use. Instead, learn from others, then add to their knowledge, truth, intelligence, wisdom, then connect. That's why there are some messengers. Their energy is quite so boring. I'm sorry to say, but it's real. It's like the same every time. No new knowledge that will you learn. You're just seeking something different every time. We have to learn to accept that we have to learn from others, not only from our own knowledge, intelligence, wisdom, because that's the magic itself also. Learning from others and giving gratitude from that learning, making your wisdom, intelligence, wisdom in knowing more broader in ascending, even in different kinds of race or culture. You have to learn. If you are seeing that that person is good in teaching, but the way that person's life is quite not good, as Jesus says, get the learning from that person's stated messages, not the background itself, not the life of that person. But if you are seeing and learning from that life of a person while observing and comparing before and after, and while how it interact with others, well, that's good. Or even it's not good, but you still get a good learning. That's good. And apply it. The best is apply it. So that's it. The end is the other sins is scattered from the universe or earth. And that's what we are revolving, the energy that we are revolving. Then the other part is to experience being human. And for the both of the two will help one another someday also. Maybe Jesus Christ came out first to do the work, the last, which is the first angel, the human angel, the other half human angel of that first angel's essence, to experience being person. Then the other is going to help that person, the other twin, for a task. Why did God present a male gender at the end? Because of the pride and ego of a male, which is us first. God considered that. God very much think of that. But the male gender is wasting that part. God considered what do we call that one? The superiority between a male and female gender. But you, as male gender, is wasting that one. Because you said, we are the male gender. We are the provider. We are strong. We are protector. You are just weak, female gender. You cannot do this one. Even in carrying heavy things, right? Male can do that one. And female cannot do that one. That's why we can see that at that part, female gender is weak at that part. Even in emotions, male are very strong in some point, but female is. But you are wasting. That's why God is teaching female to be right. Your is emotion that can. There's something male gender that can carry their emotions. And that is right now. God is teaching female gender to be strong like male in emotion. But I think male is removed from that gift. If they will not do their part, they will not heal, they will not mirror themselves. And shift is real. It will be given to the female. And soon, female will struggle by their own with their own capabilities, even though they cannot carry heavy things. Female will use their wisdom, intelligence, knowledge to invent something to help themselves in their situation without the help of male gender, because they are losing the essence, which is they should be the protector of female gender. But at this moment, they are the ones who abuse and the misuse by not looking what's the importance of female gender. So do you want your situation to be like that one? Male gender? Soon, if you will, no one will, at least, because only few that I can see, at least 1/4 of the population all over the world from male gender to do their best to gain again that essence of being real male gender. That's why there's a lot of people that saying this era, the male is becoming princess energy. They don't know what their identity already. They're already getting on the emotional crisis. But female is rising. They already know what's their worth. They already know, etc. like this. Again, God already considered even your gender. Why Jesus Christ came out first before a female gender. And the act of God is the father and mother to us, his or her children. At the end, it's up to us because we have a well-being, free will to decide what we will do in our life, the decisions, and what will we choose. Be immature always, or go to that maturity energy, at least even not perfect, because people are not perfect. Why people are created not perfect? For us to be united and help one another. Share some things for that if that person's knowing is not enough or capability, even in our professions, right? That's why there's an engineer, because the engineer cannot do all, and this doctor can do something, but that doctor cannot do something also. That's why there's a teacher to teach something, and that this teacher, can you get what the common sense are learning that I'm or message that I want to say? We are created not perfect for us to help one another, not destroy one another, discriminate one another, make smear bad smear campaign or rumors. Yeah, destroy one another, and etc. At the end, the self itself. We can only give messages, but we cannot come here and accumulate this message and do it. Not like that. At the end, it's you that hear this message will realize what will you do at that life. That's why some people that preaches and give messages is struggling, because what they wanted is you will follow what they will say. I'm not like that. Maybe there at some point there is. That's why I'm thinking, is there someone is hearing me, or does someone learning from my messages, or someone? No, set aside that part. Move on. Just say the messages and believe and pray to God that someone heard it, even one, two, three. That three person or one or two is at least someone heard you and applied it. That's why I can say from this moment, I just giving a message, then move on. And I have inner witches. I don't care if you didn't learn, but I'm giving a gratitude, especially for those ones who I don't care, but I'm giving a gratitude for those who listen and learn. Then you will not come to the point, which is the struggle of why they are not doing what I'm saying. That's a kind of bad control. There's a wall at that part that you have to some preachers or teachers, or some most of actually all of us. That's why some people directly say, "Why are you not doing what I'm saying?" Because we have to face that part and accept that all that we say, even though for their own good, they will not do, because they have their own decisions for themselves. You will only awaken something, give a realization, but at the end, the self itself that hears it will have a decision itself to decide what path it will go. That's the other personals, or some that doesn't understand. That's why others says, I want to do this kinds of, but it's hard. I'm struggling. The energy also of giving messages or enlightening someone or picture is hard, because you're accumulating a lot of energy. You're magneting them, whether it's good energy or bad energy. You're magneting them to what your point at that messages. And if they get the messages, that's good, because they are helping you to accumulate the energy and use it as to ascend. But how about the bad energies that mock you, that persecute you, or etc.? Think bad to you, say bad to you. Another heavy burdens and pains to carry. That's the people that cannot see. But it's dangerous for them, not to you actually. It's only dangerous for you because you don't understand. And if we are educated, you will be happy to welcome those bad energy and make it as positive energy. You became vampire energy to them actually. to make it as a positive. They are draining themselves. They are giving it willingly. They didn't know. So now that you are educated, what will you choose? Be a bad energy to someone or a good energy to someone? By just thinking bad, seeing bad to that person, and doing bad action, you are giving your energy actually. You're draining yourself. And when I learned that one, I don't resist it actually. Before, I resist it. That's why I'm struggling. But when I welcome it and give a gratitude that thank you for that bad energy to be my part of my energy. Wala. That's why whatever they do, whatever they plot, whatever they think, it's like nothing at all. That's why black magic works to some because they resist it, welcome it, have gratitude that they are giving their whole life energy to you. If they didn't believe, I don't care. As long as thank you for the bad energy that giving to me to be part of my energy. Whatever they do, that's why the consequences at their part, which is they will struggle or have a problem on the relationships that in at their the relationships words at the relationships that comes in their way. Family inside the family, having a struggle in relationship with their siblings, mother, father, jobs, what else? On their way, on when they come out, sometimes there's an accident that you meet on your way. At some point when you became okay, there's a point that that person that bad to you, make bad to you, end their life with their own doing, right? Sometimes you are being some people are being added to the plots that they are doing to you. They didn't know that one. Pray for the personals that being added to the situations that they are plotting to be protected. When I learned that one, I always pray also because I know my enemies, when they plot something in my life, other people are being added because of their bad actions. You are innocent at the part, actually. I am innocent because they are the ones who are doing. They are the ones who are being added is innocence also. But the best protection is prayer to God. And God will hear it into a situation that will help both. You that being you that they are making something bad, the plot, and the ones who is being added. But the dangerous part is the ones who is plotting it. Don't believe that evil always wins. That's why you have to be evil also. No, light always wins. The Sometimes they are being allowed at the first, but after that one, it's like your life became okay, right? When your struggles and pains, you overcome it. Those problems, those plots that they are doing, you overcome it. It's like it shifted. I mean, and they are the ones who are struggling. Let them learn their lessons. Let them, but pray for them to be enlightened to stop that one because they are only plotting for their own downfall. They are just lost, very lost, hard-headed sheep or persons. Why people are being explained as sheep and there's a shepherd? God is the shepherd and us is the sheep because sheep always listens. Sheep will only also do when it's told. The shepherd would say, "Stay here." If there's someone be, if there's a shepherd will fix fix them. I can say the words. At that part, I stuck. I'm looking for the word for the right explanation. fix. But because if there's no shepherd right, they're just scattered, doing their thing. They don't care if they will fall in a cliff. They don't care if when if there's a shepherd, they are all organized. The shepherd, the sheep. I mean. Well, I got this knowing through a messenger. I forgot that one, but thank you also for that. Yeah, common sense, yeah, it's correct. So that's a way for giving a gratitude even though you didn't say thank you, by enlightening and getting by just saying, yeah, I learned something. That's a way of gratitude. By just saying thank you also for getting or waking up every morning, even though good weather or bad weather. Even though you didn't state the word thank you. The feeling of being alive, giving gratitude. So I hope you understand or learn something, get the message. Thank you very much. So thank you guys. Subscribe and click the notification. Comment if you want. Yeah, that's better. Comment, ask, or share more thoughts so that we can learn with one another.